everyone, it's the 24th of July. Come down the plot. I've only got a couple of hours spare today to try and get something done, and I could have done with a lot longer down here, to be honest, but I haven't got the time. Not for, you know, I can do a couple of hours now, but apart from that, I've got to just like end it week, and the rains are due, which is kind of a bit of a pain. But I could have just done with getting these spuds out, but I haven't the time to dig them out. You know, and Blight has arrived, not badly, but it's begun. So instead of, you know, risking that, because most of that, they're kind of near enough finished now. Then, you know, a couple more weeks would have been fine, but I don't want to risk it. So I'll take the tops off them and just clean the hills and make sure I can't see any potatoes poking out the sides. And they'll just have to sit in the ground, you know, until I can get up in a week or so. Hopefully it doesn't get too wet because they're kind of prone to slug damage. Once the tops are off, they seem to be more. They're not growing as much anymore, so the slugs tend to think that I can go in and start putting holes in them. But so it's a job that I've got to get done today. Peas, they can come down. Cauliflower, that's kind of as big as I'm going to let it get, you know, because we're on to, you know, coming into range. Instead of the slugs going in there, causing havoc, you know, I'll take them, you know, because there's some decent sized heads on them now. So, and then I can get that bed replanted up next time down. Garlic started to topple, but that can stay in another week, and then I'll pull that and then start that drying. Well, it's still that clearing space to get stuff up here, you know, because everything's not going to do that well because they're so pot bound now. You wouldn't believe I can't justify putting like cauliflowers and stuff like that into 3 litre pots. They're all in kind of 3/4 litre to 1 litre pots, and they're really struggling now. It's like the broccoli I brought up, that was kind of on the verge of being pot bound, and it's not been in long and it's starting to form small heads already, you know, and not ideal. So they're not going to produce a big head. They're going to, you know, there'll be like obviously 15 smaller heads, which is fine, you know, because it's a second run of it. But and I did sow some Iron Man, sold some more just to see. Because you put them in, if you have a really mild winter, you might just get them in time. So I thought, you know, if a bed's free, I'll put them in. There's a lot of them, but I thought, well, there's no harm in trying. So the space will be available for them at some point, but even if they end up going in this bed. But so I'm going to clear these tops, clear them peas, get the collie out. Got some blueberries to pick and some of the Cobra beans, because they've obviously started chunking out now. Whitefly, you know, I could probably do with spraying some other bits really, to be honest, but that's it. I've only got a couple of hours, so it's a bit of a mad dash to get done what I can, and essentially it's tops off them, cauliflower up first. So I'll get on with that, and I'll just catch some bits of footage. You know, I'll put it on a time lapse. But today the fact is I've just really got to get on. The idea is get everything cleared and get the other stuff that's at home, everything planted out. And then I can just sort of be harvesting things, because I need to sort of step back from it a bit to have a bit of a rest, to be honest, because it has become like hard work to keep on top of it. It's worn me out a bit, really. Obviously, working, caring for my father, trying to be, you know, in a band and stuff, and this, you know, and I just haven't got the time to go fishing, and I really need to think about, you know, that side. I need some time out to sort of, you know, just sit and relax for a while, because I just seem to be constantly on the go, and it's just you know, you just feel tired and worn out, and so I just need that little bit of a break. Not like giving up or anything, but just to say, instead of trying to chase the rest of the season, put in what I've got and just let it, you know, grow to whatever it grows, and don't try to compete against Mother Nature, because it's a battle you won't win. You know, you can try and nudge it on your favour a bit sometimes, but inevitably when the weather says enough, that means that's it, it's enough. So we'll get on and just see what we get done today. Well, it's just a bit of a sort of a rush job, but it's trying to be as tidy as you can, you know, so you're not leaving as much foliage, but there's a lot of white fly around. I'm just going to trim off as much of the tops as I can. Because sometimes if you know, when it's like this and you've got some dieback, you know, anything that's like really dead, I'll just pull out just in case it's got anything bad on it. It is a little time consuming, but just one of them things got to get done. And if I get a chance to dig some up after, I will do. I've had a few problems with my computer, so I've got a load of videos that are kind of already done. I just need to finish the editing side a little bit, and then I can get them up. This soil is so dry, so I'm not expecting monstrous potatoes. But at the end of the day, I've got to look at it as better off getting tiny potatoes and blight infested rotten ones that are mushy and stink. Right, so all the potato tops are taken off and the peas are out. It was a bit of a nightmare of a job to get them peas out, to be honest. They were quite dense. Some of the roots are left in. You know, I know people leave roots in, but obviously I'm going to put a second run of peas down there, so I just wanted them out. So basically, I just pull them off from the net and lay them down the path, and just go along and just rip the roots up like that. And some of the nitrogen nodules will stay behind, obviously. And then just roll it up like a big carpet and just force it in the compost heap. So I'm going to get on with this cauliflower. Try and get that harvested and the plants pulled out, and the beans and blueberries, and then I'm going to be out of time today, and then I'll add to this video at some point probably, and go from there. Right, so I'll crack on. I'd love to take my jacket off, but there's horseflies everywhere. I've already been bitten twice, so I'll keep this on. This jacket. There's wasps and cabbage whites about, so I don't fancy getting stung. I'll get this net up. I say, I'm not. If any of them are sort of undersized or not formed, I'm not bothered. They're coming out. I need the bed free. There's no point me sort of holding back just for a couple. The bulk of them are big enough, and like I say, with this rain due, I don't want to risk them spoiling. There'll be slugs in there anyway, but obviously when the rain comes, there'll be even more. I don't particularly want to pull them out and replant the fresh ones in straight away, because I might actually leave this net up in case there's a bit of a hatch of the leather jackets, and I can actually let them hatch and they can get out then. Otherwise they'll breed and lay their eggs straight in the bed again, which is not ideal. We shall see. It just depends. If we're due any high winds, I don't know if it's the seeds from all the other plots, a few plots that have been abandoned on here about looks things again. Right, so same again, I'm just going to go around, lop the heads off. Right, so some foliage off. Like that. Oh, it's a decent size head, that. I'm happy enough with that anyway. So just guess this one in here is probably non-existent or tiny. But let's see. Yeah, that's not even a 1 mil wonder, that one, but it's a nice little head. Be alright to just steam that for about 10 minutes and have it as it is probably. That's that one done. Another decent head. This is a glut now, really. You know, when you start doing this, the freezer suddenly becomes very full. It's tempted to sort of eat it all now, but the salad stuff still grows. So the way I work it is a lot of this stuff, I mean I do eat some of it now, a lot of this stuff is for when the salads aren't available. The winter months, because I like the older roast dinners. But I know I put some pellets down last time, but it seems to have not to be any damage, which is nice. I'm hoping they were attracted to it and they came down out the heads. I've not seen any lurking around the bottom, which is a great sign. No doubt they will be there, like. Another tiny head here. I mean, I could leave that one, but like I say, I just want this bed clear, and then I can get it all planted up with the next batch of cauliflower, which is Optimist and Triumphant, I think it is. How well it does, I don't know. They are a cooler months one. Like I said, they're so pot bound. So it might be handy actually if I do some rain, if I can get them up here. I don't have to worry too much about water, and it gives them a chance to get some roots tapped into the soil. That's it, so like, you know, time doing this and then you forget you've got to get home, clean it all up and sort it all out. You know, there's plenty of time though. You know, family will say, oh, don't worry, I'll help you do that when it comes to it. You seem to be doing 90% of it on your own. That's another reason why I guess, you know, you think, well, I mean, I enjoy growing stuff, don't get me wrong, but I also enjoy fishing. And cabbage blight's coming already. Lay your eggs there, mate, if you want. Yeah, and you know, I enjoy fishing, but there comes a point where you think, hang on, I need to sit and relax. You know, because I was just growing food for me to eat. I wouldn't need to do it on this sort of scale. You know, because it is kind of self-sufficient, you know, produce-wise for about bulk of the year anyway. I think that's it. I think there's one, I'm not bothered, there's no head on it, so oh, funny. So there's a few collies there anyway. They're all decent size. Plenty of meals there anyway. Give me something to do when I get home. That's just a case of twisting the old plants out, pull the root, you know, get bulk of roots out of them as well. And then chuck a bit of this other compost on top if I've got time. Bit of a mad rush at the moment. I'll be in doghouse when I'm late home. Yeah, just twist it off like that. If some roots stay in, stay in. If they don't, they come out. You know, it all goes in compost heap and then it all goes back on them. It's not like it's a waste or anything. And a few slugs there. Slug slime. Slug must have enjoyed a pellet and gone a bit ill. Not that I'm concerned in any way at all. As much of a nuisance as they are, I guess they've got important roles to play. Just wish they'd give us a bit of a break sometimes. Dry. Last time I come down, I slung a load of water over that broccoli. On the whole bed, about 70 litres on the bed. God, it's definitely a hot one. So I'm going to try and force this in my compost heap and get some more compost on that bed and cover it up again. Or I might leave it off, I don't know. Alright, that's topped up with about 1 inch of the compost that's actually on site. It's just green council waste. So, but it's not bad stuff, it's free. And for many years, well 9 years, he never brought anything on the job, you know, on site here. So everything I've had to carry over, so it's been actually nice to not have to lug 30-40 bags of manure over and 4 or 5 ton bags of leaves and stuff like that every year, because that is a bit labour intensive, especially when it's in flood. It's no fun at all. At least this way it's getting a bit of a top up now, and if I don't get around to topping it up later in the season, it doesn't matter because it's had some on it already. But I decided to put my net over because I'm just worried if we get any high winds, any weed seeds will blow in here. And that just becomes another job. So if the net prevents half from getting in, or even a third of them, then less problems to worry about. So that's really, you know, I've tampered it down with the rake head, just to get it to stick to the other soil underneath. So when it rains, it'll start, you know, it'll wick, it'll tap into the moisture below as well. And hopefully get a good downpour, and it'll make it all stick down nicely. And I need to put the new metal poles on the sides of these beds, you know, when I put the next ones in, the next cauliflower. But it's hot now. I'm going to pick some peas, beans and blueberries. Can't speak, I'm not knackered. Right, we shall get on, and then after get home. Right, I've been in the fruit cage and the fastest pick. I can already see I've missed a few. I might come back tomorrow after work and do a few more bits if I get a chance, if it's not absolutely chucking it down. I'll have a quick look round. These beans, there's still lots on them like to pick. I've probably missed a few, but it's full of whitefly, so I think I've got some of that, is it castor or castle soap at home with some neem oil. I might give them a clout with that, because obviously, you know, they're causing problems. The lower foliage is just like black and sticky and there's yellowing off, so that's just a whitefly damage. You know, eventually, you know, the plant's going to succumb to it, so I need to keep them in check and just spray. They've already been sprayed, but obviously you can't coat every leaf, but I think I'll give it a good clout with some other spray. Might help them out. Raspberries aren't coming to anything, like I said. I'm going to dig them up this year and they're going to go home, I think, somewhere. I've harvested a couple of the cabbage as well from down here, some of the Primo too, so I've only got 2 of them left. So I've got the Rigoletto in there, there's 6 of them. Sweet corn's doing okay, but it's weird, the back ones are stunted this year. It was the front, I think, last year, but these back ones are suddenly stunted. But the heads are coming up, but I can't. There's a couple of tassels, but need more tassels to come up. So I don't know if that's a dry thing. I don't know. So you're going to chuck it down with rain and wash a lot of pollen off, but it is what it is. The onions, they're chunking up well. Just need them to topple now. Some of the garlics began to topple, and so I'll get that out end of the week. So this is the stuff I planted in one of the last videos, you know, and you probably won't be able to see that well, but there's the tiniest head down there that's starting to form. So if it can carry on for about 3 weeks, I'll get a good 3 or 4 inch head. You know, I think there's 15 plants in there, so it's like a bonus. You know, I already had 32 heads out of there, so another 15 will be a nice addition. All out of one bed, and I've still got, there's 7 cauliflower there and these 8 cabbage, so that's only a 10-foot by 5-foot bed. So if everything crops okay, it's been a productive bed. You think one bed that size producing, all in all, like 47 broccoli, there'll be 7 cauliflower and 8 cabbages in a season. You can't grumble at that, really. And obviously if this bed does okay, there'll be another batch of cauliflower and there's more cabbage. So on that note, I'll call this the end of this video, I think, and when I come back up, I'll probably dig some potatoes up maybe, and we'll have a look at them. The garlic and that'll all be added in the next one. So I thought I'd just do a bit of a quick update. I only come up to do a little bit, but I'm out of time now. I've got to get back, I've got to lug this back, because that's the problem. You see, you end up spending a bit of time here, and you forget you've got all this stuff to lug back over to the van and then get it home. So and I've got other things I need to do this afternoon. So and then obviously this will just get dumped in the house and I'll have to sort that out tonight. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next video. See you now, bye bye.